Remarkably Bright Creatures follows the relationship between an aquarium cleaning lady and an octopus named Marcellus, as well as a down on his luck delinquent who ends up stuck in this small town. None of our characters within the story get to hear Marcellus, but we as an audience get to see his point of view as well as hear his thoughts. Marcellus is on the last of his 8 legs and understands that he is nearing the end of his lifespan. Our cleaning lady is struggling with whether or not to move while she feels weighed down by issues regarding her past back home. Our delinquent is hoping that he can track down his absent father in the hopes that he can claim child support that he feels the man owes him. This is based on a book. I did not read the book, but I had no issues following the movie. I did talk to my mom after the film who did read the book, and she mentioned several discrepancies between this and the book. And I will say there were several story beats she explained to me that did sound a lot better than what we got in the film. I won't let that influence my review, as I think adaptations should be judged on their own, but I did find those interesting. I think the stories all work really well here, and it's interesting to see how they intertwine. This being placed in a small town, everyone's story does intertwine. I had no problem getting invested in the characters, and I did want to see where they ultimately ended up. I will say both the cleaning lady and the delinquent were a little grating to me at first, but I did warm up to them as it becomes more clear why they are the way that they are. One thing that did feel a little bit out of place here is there is a romantic subplot that is very important for the first half of the film, but then feels like it is near abandoned and doesn't come back up again until near the very final end of the film, which just feels a little bit odd structurally, but I think this is likely due to the transition from book to screen. There is a rather large reveal in this film that I feel in the movie form, if you are actually looking at the screen, does become kind of obviously apparent rather immediately. I get the impression, the intention of the film is that this is not meant to be revealed until about 20 minutes later. However, I discussed this with my mom, and she said that this information is actually revealed all the way back in the third chapter of the book. There's also a plot line involving a t-shirt that is dramatically scaled down in the film version. I liked all of our characters here, and I like Marcellus. It's interesting to hear the story commentated on from the perspective of an octopus. I think all the performances are fairly good, and I was engaged the entire time. I like the endings that we get for both Marcellus the octopus and the delinquent. However, I am a little bit mixed on where the cleaning lady ultimately ends up. My understanding is a bit different from the book's ending, and from what I heard, I think I would prefer that. Ultimately, I gave Remarkably Bright Creatures a 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6.
Ultimate, I can't talk. What the fuck? My voice is gone.